Welcome back, guys. Coach Steven here with Grinch Games 2020, and as always, joined by my co-host, Casey.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. We're headed into heat number 2 for the day. We are going to be referring to them as teams 3 and 4. Let's see here.
3 and 4. We're going to bring on some fire breathers, as if we didn't have any fire breathers in the first heat or the first event that you guys saw from teams 1 and 2. But teams 3 and teams 4. Teams 3, we have Carl. Carl's somebody who comes in the afternoon, someone I coach a lot. And then we have Coach Christina. And then rounding out with Natalie and Johnny, 2 people I don't really know that much because I don't really come in the morning.
AM crew.
AM crew. I need to come in and see how well they are because I'm pretty sure that the AM crew, they have a lot of fire breathers.
They're about to throw down. It's going to be really, really great.
Can't wait to see them. Casey, who's on team 4?
Team 4, also looking like a team of fire breathers. We got TIffany, Coach TIffany, who, little plug, if you haven't seen Roy Community Fitness, I said it there. Podcast number 2, Coach TIffany is on there. And then we have Khegan and Dalton. Dalton, fairly new to the gym. Khegan, he comes from a wrestling background.
That's all you got to say.
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
He puts his head down and he goes to work. And then we have Julie, another solid 5 a.m. athlete. I would say a staple. She's been here for like a while, right?
Such a long time.
Yeah.
Such a long time. Great to have her in the gym. She comes in. I don't even know. I think that's hashtag no rest days. I think she and TIffany are on hashtag no rest days. And same with Christina there on team 3. Gonna be great.
We're gonna see some fireworks. This is a good one.
Event 1 that you're going to see here is actually event 2 for the Grinch games. All right, and you're going to see an 8-minute AMRAP coming up of 5 deadlifts, 8 box jump overs, and every 2 minutes, athletes are going to be on the rower. Athletes going to transition on the rower every 2 minutes, and the team is going for max calories. All right, it's going to be very, very interesting to see. Athletes are out there warming up right now. Steven, what do you think is an essential, I don't even know, like technique for this? Like, what do you want to see out of the athletes here? I
think, as we talked about, we were alluding a lot to transition. So I think it's going to be how well these athletes can transition from one movement to the next. So they have 5 deadlifts. 5 deadlifts is going to take everybody 5 seconds. But it's how quickly can they finish those 8 box jump overs. So it's going to be interesting to see because we have a couple strategies. We have the jump over. We have the step up. Some people go laterally. Some people do like 360s in circles, the jumping over.
You may see me doing some 360s there. 8 reps. I'm not going to get too dizzy, but it's going to be, you could potentially, right? If you're coming off the rower, your heart rate's high, you could dizzy yourself up a little bit. You got to be able to transition smooth and transition fast here. And teams have got to have a plan for the rower, all right? As we saw in event number, between teams 1 and 2, teams 2 lost it a little bit on the rower because they did not have a good plan to if somebody was in the middle of the AMRAP. You have to finish the AMRAP before you get on the rower. The 2 minutes expired. Chelsea was still on the AMRAP. She had to finish the AMRAP and then went directly to the rower. That cost them about 20 seconds of total time. That's 20 seconds that they weren't rowing.
Something to look for then, too. Yeah, as an athlete, you need to be conscious of what the time is. And if you're the one that's next on the rower, you need to either be done with your round or maybe even not even start your round and say if there's like 5 seconds left. It's better to just wait for them to get off the rower and get back on.
Exactly. Communication and transition time are very, very important. We're going to start the workout here in just about a minute. The athletes are out on the floor getting ready. We have TIffany here. It looks like she's going to take on the deadlift first, and I believe that is Dalton on the rower. Going to be very interesting. That's a lot of power output.
Lots of power. Big boy here.
Dalton's got a lot of power output on the rower. They're looking to put a lot of calories on the board first, and then transition on the rower and see as many as they can get for the rest of the time. But we saw a lot of athletes push through this whole 8-minute AMRAP in the first between teams 1 and 2. I wonder if teams 3 and 4 are going to do the same thing or potentially throttle back a little bit to save themselves for the second workout today. It is going to be.
Looking at these athletes, I bet they go. I bet they go.
I bet they go. They're going to feel the energy. It's going to be fun.
I'm excited to see the first athlete to get off of the rower and to see how their legs feel when they go on their box jumps. But Casey, event 1 for teams 3 and 4, well, actually event 2, event 1 of the day is underway. Casey, who do you think is going to go here? Who's going to win?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm waiting to see. We're going to wait about one round, and we'll see who is ahead after 3 athletes make their way through this thing.
Okay, so it looks like team 4 out with the early lead here.
So team 4, friends, is on the shorter side of the gym with Khegan's on the box jumps right now. Team 3 on the farther side of the gym out there by the windows for those of you who frequent us here at Roy Community Fitness, all right? It's going to be great. We have Natalie stepping over the box right now, maintaining a good pace. This is what we want to see. We don't want to see anyone blowing it up in the first minute here. We have 8 whole minutes of work. It is very nice that teams get a 1 to 2 rest ratio, right?
Exactly,
the round,
yes.
we tried to program this so the rounds are going to take about the same time.
Yeah, no need to go out hot. If you guys take a look here, camera number 1, we do have Coach Christina here. It looks like she is just chugging away on that rower there.
Big deep breaths, trying to stay calm, keeping the heart rate, not spiking it too high, all right? And going to TIffany here, just ripping 101.
Look at the way she's moving her deadlifts. And if you also look in that camera, it looks like Dalton and Christina are about the same pace. So looks like the calories, hopefully, on both sides are pretty even here.
It's going to be great to see.
It looks like team 3 is a little slower on the deadlifts here. I can't wait to see Team 3 actually get onto the rower, though, for the event 3. They have a few tall athletes, so see how it works out for them.
Great transitions here. Natalie to the barbell.
Back on that barbell.
Right. Standing that thing all the way up. She's a little bit taller athlete here. The barbell has a little bit more way to travel than it does for TIffany. All right.
Oh,
there's a beep there. We hear it here. And TIffany is now on the rower. 2 minutes have elapsed. 6 minutes to go in the workout. It's going to be, pulling hard. She's pulling hard here on the rower.
Pulling hard. She's going against Carl. If you look, camera 3, Natalie doing the step-ups. Carl is just lagging just a little bit behind. You can see off to the right side, you can see him pulling it back. He was lagging just a little bit behind of TIffany. So it looks like Team 4 might have the advantage on calories, but we don't know for sure.
Carl's there. Carl's pulling hard. Possibly feeling a little bit of the effects of the box jump overs already. Box jump overs, we plan this. The athlete's heart rate is going to be high, and it's going to be great. Dalton easily to the box jump overs. Little bit of collection at the bottom. Oh no, a little bit of risk.
A little bit of a fall there, but he looks like he's doing just great.
He's back to it. No blood, no foul, right? I mean, that's what we got.
A key thing to take away from here, guys. In this workout, you're going to be rowing, you're going to be jumping, your legs are going to be fried. So when you do jump on that box, try to make sure you're in the center. If you notice, when Dalton did fall, both his feet landed right on the front of the box, causing it to tip over. So when you're on this box, get a good hard jump, and let's go for the middle of that box.
Natalie back to the barbell here, traveling that bar, keeping that back flat. Nice technique. Coaches at 5 a.m. doing a great job with these athletes.
Neutral spine. Vertical shins looking really good, going straight to the step-ups.
Julie pulling on those deadlifts here. Quick transition was what we're looking for, and boom, there she goes right to the box.
Very good from Team 4. They transitioned really well back onto the rower. Look at Carl is still getting off, and now they just switched to Johnny. Meanwhile, Khegan's been going. He's got 2 or 3, 4 strokes in before Johnny got 1. So again, it's that transition time.
Transition time is key. Keeping the flywheel going on the rower, continuing to count those calories. Hard pulls, good solid leg drive. You see Khegan is pushing hard with those legs, snapping those hips open. Really, really good job.
Look at this man,
keep
Khegan.
driving.
He's still wearing his mask. That little wrestler there, man. He just tell him what to do. He says yes, sir, and he does it.
Yes, sir, and he does it. Yes, sir, and he does it.
All right, guys. Camera 2 here. Looks like Dalton is back on his box jump overs. Looks like he's landing in the center a little better this time. No fall.
And
So
TIffany
that's
back
good.
to the bar. What are we going to see here?
TIffany, it looks like
Just came off the rower.
her speed is the same. It hasn't slowed down at all.
Amazing. Amazing. Carl laboring here a little bit through the box overs. He's taking a step. That's okay. He's touching both feet on top of the box, which is what we want to see. Christina is pulling on those deadlifts.
Looking strong. Looking
And Johnny
smooth.
here pulling hard, getting using all of his length to get on those pull those calories on the rower.
Yeah, looks like John might be a little fatigued. Johnny here, he keeps looking back over at Khegan, and Khegan is just, like I said, it just doesn't look like his pace has fallen off.
I mean, they throw down on the workouts against each other, and I bet they're going to have a little bit of competitive talk on Monday.
That is true. That's true. Camera 3, we got Carl here working away at his deadlifts, make it easy work at that 155 pounds, and now he's working on his step-ups.
Back to the step-ups. They cycled through those reps pretty quick here.
All right, now I haven't really been closely paying attention to see who's clearly in the lead, but I do know that TIffany and Dalton are moving extraordinarily fast. So I'm thinking that Team 4
Taking
has
a
the
good
advantage
shot here, looking all the way across the gym floor. We're in the final 2 minutes of the workout, okay? We're seeing Christina on the deadlift, Natalie on the rower. Great to see out of Team 3, athletes moving. 2 athletes at a time are moving, getting the most out of the workout. Athletes are extremely fatigued. We're looking about just over a minute and a half left in the workout.
It's incredible to see TIffany just get right back after it, right after COVID.
Right after
COVID, and she's moving well. Speaking of which, Casey, we haven't even covered this. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to be back in the gym. I'm excited to test out the lungs a little bit. Khegan making quick work of these box jump overs. Quick work of the box jump overs, and he's looking to transition out quickly. And who's in? Dalton is in onto the deadlifts. He's going to pull this thing from the ground. He's looking at 5 reps. And then 8 box jump overs. See how he gathers himself.
Yeah,
see if he's
Dalton's
shaking
still
off.
moving pretty well.
See if he's shaking off that fall here.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he might have learned his lesson.
He learned his lesson here. This is good to see. Hey, trial by fire. If you don't learn, you get busted up a little bit. I mean, we've all had some boxes knocked up on the shins a couple times.
A couple times. You guys, look, camera 2 here. TIffany is back on her deadlift, still looking super good, but also on camera 1 here, Tracy. Or no, I'm sorry, not Tracy, but Natalie.
We have Natalie
is
here.
doing really well
Using
on her rower.
leg. She's tall. She's pulling hard on that rower. She's finishing up
10 seconds to go, I believe. Let's see if she can pull out a couple more calories here by Natalie.
Christina's cranking on the box, trying to get one more rep over, and she does
And I
it.
believe that is time.
And that finishes it. 8-minute AMRAP. Just that fast. The athletes only have one more workout for the day.
One more workout. They have 12 to 15 minutes to recover. Now, while we wait and get the scores finalized, we're going to go see what's going on the floor.
Here we go. We get to see what's going on here. And it's great to see all these athletes. They're looking tired. A couple of them breathing hard. Gathering themselves back up for the final event, WOD number 3. All right, WOD number 3 is going to be 50 calories on the bike. So that's what we're starting with. 50 calories on the bike, a 50-foot sandbag throw, and then we have 50 synchro squats.
Or squats.
And then we have a 50-foot lunge, and then 50 calories more on the bike in teams of 2.
All right, guys.
It's gonna be great.
We did get the scores from this event from Teams 3 and Teams 4. And they are, let's see, Team 4. Team 4 looks like they completed 141 calories on the rower.
Ooh.
And from the box jump overs and the deadlifts, they did 17 plus 7. Casey, how did Team 3 do?
Team 3, calories on the rower. This Team 3 was Christina, Natalie, Johnny, and Carl. Calories on the rower. You can see the length of Johnny and Natalie pushing past team number 4 with 153 calories.
Wow, nice job.
Very
Team
great.
3.
And then in their workout, they had 15 plus 9. What was 15 rounds plus 9 reps? I'm sorry, what did team 4 have?
17 plus 7.
Ooh.
17 plus 7 plus 141 calories. Quick math here. I don't know who got the edge here. We're going to continue to count up the scores, do our little math, and we'll get back to you guys to see who won between Team 3 and Team 4. Welcome back, guys, to Grinch Games 20. Teams 3 and Teams 4 just concluded event number 2. We do have the results on which teams won or how well they did, and then after that, we do have an interview with Natalie. Casey, tell us, what were the results?
So results here, Team 4 took it in the rounds and reps with a total amount of reps of 228 to a total of 204 for Team 3. And looking at calories, Team 3 wins in the calories, actually the highest we've seen all day with 153. Team 4 has 141 calories in that workout in the 8 minutes. So very, very good. But first, before we get to the next workout, we have an interview with Natalie and Khegan.
Hey everybody, I got Natalie with me. Natalie has been doing fitness with us for several years now, but this is her first competition. Natalie, how did you feel coming into your first competition?
Nervous. Very, very nervous.
Very, very nervous.
Yes, very nervous, but my team members are awesome, and they cheered me on, and it was good.
And how did that first workout feel as you started into it? The nerves were there, but as you started into it, how did it feel?
It felt better. Felt better. I got more and more tired, but it felt better. I was going on adrenaline, I think, the first couple of times, and then after that it got better and better, and I calmed down and got to it.
And you were the last athlete on that rower.
Yeah.
So you had that sprint to the finish on the rower, and we all know what the rower can do to you.
Yeah.
How were those last 30 seconds on the rower as you were trying to accumulate as many calories as you could?
They were a killer. They were absolute killer. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stand up after that. But Kevin made me get up, put my mask on, and here I am.
Here she is doing this interview with us.
But it was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You did awesome. You got to get ready. You got like 3 minutes till your next workout. So we're going to let her get back to it. So thanks, Natalie, for coming in here. And I wish you the best of luck in the next workout.
Thank you. Bye, all.
And welcome back, guys. Grinch Games 2020 with RC Fit. We're about to kick off event number 3, the last and final event for teams 3 and 4. Casey, which team do you think looks good here? And what are they going to be doing to let the listeners know, again, for event 3?
It's going to be really interesting. I see as everyone's shaping up, Team 4 with TIffany, they're actually going to do a girl-guy combo on the teams. And it potentially looks like actually Team 3 is going to do the same thing, girl-guy. So as a team, you will be doing, as pairs. So you're doing athletes 1 and 2, and then athletes 3 and 4. 50 calories on the bike, 50-foot sandbag throw, 50 synchro sandbag squats. One athlete holds that bag. 50-foot walking lunge. One athlete holds the bag. You can transition as many times as you want in the lunges and the squats. And then we have, to top it all off at the end, another 50 calories as the team there. Once athletes 1 and 2 are done, then athletes 3 and 4 will transition into the workout. And that is it for them for the day. All right? So what we want to see here, athletes selling out.
Athletes selling out and losing their souls on the bike. No one ever.
It was a little bit of, it was damaging. Teams 1 and 2 damaging. The carnage that the carnage that could potentially seen the carnage that was seen after the last workout between 1 and 2 was pretty it brought a smile to my face after programming this.
Dude, hopefully teams 3 and 4 will give us the same fireworks that we saw with teams 1 and 2.
It's going to be great. They're stacking up right now. Khegan looking ready. Julie looking ready to work. Okay, Kevin's counting down out there. We can hear him. The start of this workout's about to begin. Let's see how fast these athletes start out on the bike.
You know what I've noticed, Casey, and you did mention this earlier, is that TIffany's team is going girl-guy pairs, but it looks like so is Carl's team. And this is really good because that second pair, that means that a guy and a girl is going to be doing like the 50-pound. Mm-hmm. And I think that'll be good. Or if they're doing 50 pounds right now. Or are they doing? Oh no, it's 75. Right?
So it's 75 or 50 pounds.
Right.
And we'll see what the athletes pick up here. Let's see if Christina and Carl will pick up the 75-pound bag or the 50-pound bag, and then we'll see what Khegan and Julie pick up. All right. We see TIffany and Dalton in the background there are waiting in the wings.
Khegan off early. Maybe 10 calories here?
Maybe 10 calories. All right. Julie pushing hard on the bike. Let's see. I'm thinking that they're going to pick up the 50-pound bag and run with that because TIffany's in the second. She's probably looking at that 75-pound bag and says, I'm going to lunge it all.
True.
Right? She's going to say, don't get out of the way. I'm going to lunge it all.
That's something TIffany would do.
All right. Carl and Julie looking great shot on camera 1. All right. Both pushing hard. Carl has been on the bike for a while here.
Khegan's back on the bike now.
Khegan back on the bike.
Christina went 15. She was on there a little bit longer. I think team Carl's team 3, I think they're opening up with 15. Could be.
And then following up with 10 maybe.
Yeah,
getting them both to an equal 25 there. We saw Mike D earlier today on Team 1. Looked like he did a strong amount of calories, maybe a 30 to a 20 with Brock. It was great. Khegan pushing hard through those pedals. Khegan pushing hard through those pedals and bringing those hands.
You know what I've noticed? Khegan has finally taken his mask off.
He's
I was
keeping
wondering
his
how
mask
he was
on.
breathing in the first event too. I was like,
On
man,
that roller, it's got to be a little bit hard. Got to be a little bit hard.
Jumping too, man.
We are we're working with the teams here. If you guys see on the camera during the live stream here, we got X's on the floor. We're having athletes stay socially distant from each other, really aware of COVID.
And that's how we're able to work out here without the mask. That's what I was alluding to.
Exactly. It's great. And then you'll see judges walking around.
Masks,
we'll have the masks
safe.
on.
Okay, so the judges hand up here. Our lovely judge, Shelby.
And we have Tracy on the other side.
And Tracy on the other side.
Everyone
Tracy competed
hands up.
earlier.
Ooh.
So,
Khegan and Julie onto the sandbags.
what are they doing? Is that 50? Yeah, 50, right? I'm assuming?
It's a 50-pound sandbag. Khegan with a good toss.
All right, looks like Team 3 is on the bag now as well. You see Carl at the bottom of camera 1. Him and Christina are getting to work. They're not that far behind. And
That
Carl
looks like
got
a bigger
good
bag.
throw there.
That might be the
Is that the 50 or 75-er?
75-pound bag.
Let's see, Team 3, they also have Johnny and Natalie, 2 taller athletes. They might be going for the 50-pounder. So I believe that's the 75.
That is a 75-pound bag.
If you look at camera 2, so it looks like Team 4, Julie and Khegan are on their squats, their synchro squats together, but Team 3 is not far behind. They just got there on camera 1.
Looking at this, we're going to grab both athletes and both teams doing their squats. As you can see, we're synchronizing together. We really want to make sure that the athletes are synchro at the top. It's going to be a little bit easier for the athlete doing the air squats to synchronize with the athlete that is doing with the sandbag. The sandbag should lead this movement. The air squats should just follow along with whatever pace they are comfortable going with the sandbag.
All right, Casey, I wanted to talk to you about this. So look at the strategy here by Khegan. He's putting that bag on his shoulders and he's squatting. Same with Carl. Meanwhile, in the first heats, or the first 2 teams that went earlier, you saw they were holding the bag. They were like a bear hug.
What
strategy do you think you
I
want
do
to
like
here?
to sling it. I do like to sling it like a bear hug, more or less like holding the bottom part of like I just gained 50 pounds
Like
all
down by
in the
your belly,
midsection.
okay.
Right? I like that because it keeps it a little bit. I can keep that sandbag weight in between my feet a little bit better, and it allows me to keep my chest up a little bit taller.
Chest up,
and I
do
can
like that.
breathe a little bit better.
Ah, okay.
With
yeah.
it crushing down on your shoulder. I don't. We all know how our shoulder mobility is, right?
Yeah,
we
looks
don't.
like-
I don't have the shoulder mobility quite like Christina does here to be able to properly hold this sandbag on my back comfortably without
on her back,
crushing
she's
my
adopting
lungs.
the same strategy that Sandy did.
Yes, looking more like
in
a
the first
back
earlier
squat.
heats. Yeah, so I wonder how that feels. Now Khegan over here, he's adopting the strategy that you said. He went from the shoulders. Now he's got it kind of like in a bear belly hug.
Feeling like he's holding a big baby here, baby.
Khegan, put on some weight, bro.
Hope you don't have to wrestle at that weight, bud. It'd be kind of hard for you. But great
Oh,
to see
Carl
him
and
here.
Christina are having a little bit of a
They have some synchro issues.
synchro issues.
Some synchro issues
Go
over
with
there. It's hard when we haven't been doing it. It's hard here. We haven't been doing synchro workouts on Saturdays. That we know athletes love that kind of stuff. With COVID, we're trying to be careful of that. This is some of the first taste athletes have had of teamwork in a long time. Okay, we're hearing a lot of yelling out there. Athletes must be very, very close to finishing with the 50 synchro squats, and we see Khegan picking up that
Khegan
sandbag
and Julie,
lunging
they're on their way back.
These lunges do not have to be synchro, but one of the athletes has to take the sandbag to the other end.
They have
Someone's got
walk
to
at
hold it
50
the
feet,
entire time.
and they can switch off at any moment, right?
Correct. We can switch at any moment here. We do have to get Khegan back here right now. Let's hope he jumps on the
makes
bike.
it back. Sorry to interrupt you, Casey, but if you look at camera 3, Carl is on his way back now, and he just put the bag down. Now Christina is walking her way up to the back. It is 75 pounds. We have to remember this. How much can she get back? How fast can she get back to let the other two athletes go?
She's propping that sandbag up on her back, allowing that chest to stay pretty tall. As you can see here, great shoulder mobility to be able to hold that. Digging deep here. How much is this going to affect the rate she turns over on the bike? They have to come back. They have to visit this bike. The team of these two pair have to do 50 more calories on the bike. Julie is already on the bike. She is here. She's pushing hard with her arms, looking grimacing already at the beginning, end of the workout.
This is it. This is it. Carl just made it back to the bike. He looks super winded here, but he's got to go.
Laboring a little bit here. Khegan making it to the bike.
Khegan's going to go.
Gonna push hard.
Come on, Carl, buddy.
Digging
Let's go.
deep. Great turnover by Khegan here. Looking over. Hey, he's that,
seeing how Carl's doing.
give him that side eye, boy.
What did I say? It looked like Khegan cracked a little smile there. He knows he's doing.
He's
Look at that.
feeling it.
See?
Feeling. That's what it looks like when you're feeling that workout right now.
Nice.
Khegan should come in here, just let that hair flow.
Dude, he's looking like a model out there.
Boom. Someone take a good picture of this. Put that up on the athletes page.
So it looked like Team 4, I want to say they got to the bike about a minute ahead of Team 3 here. So it's going to be difficult for Team 3 to catch up. But we'll see how they do. Christina's on the bike here, and she's going against Julie. Let's see if Christina can pick up some ground.
Christina is pushing very hard with the arms. Julie as well. Julie with a little bit more of a forward lean, making this a little bit more of a shoulder press. You're going to feel this push and pull from the bike in the front part of the shoulder and the pec when you're pushing forward and the lats when you're pulling back. It allows you to utilize that full upper body, and with these legs, after those lunges, feeling kind of hard. I mean, look at Carl's face. Can you relate?
Face says it all, man.
Can we relate to this or what?
Anybody who is on the bike, if this is not your face, you are not going hard enough.
We want to see it. Carl's beard blowing in the wind. We love to see it. Looking off into the distance, hoping that those calories count up quicker than they actually are.
Khegan's still going to town here. I'm still waiting for a judge to put their hands up to see how close we are to finishing this event. Oh, and there it is.
Just as you speak of it. Just as you speak of it.
The hand goes up. It looks like Team 4, Khegan and Julie, they are about to switch off with their partners, Dalton and TIffany, and they do. Meanwhile, Christina for Team 3 back on the bike.
Transition is key here. TIffany clearing that monitor and getting right back on the bike. Keeping that thing moving. Now, TIffany, Dalton, 50 calories on the bike right now. Let's see what the strategy is. If he comes out after she's done, TIffany's done, and puts down a lot of power. Kind of want to see a little bit more from TIffany to start this, all right? Christina with even the head bob.
Look at the face. She knows she's there. She knows her day is almost done. She's trying to get her other two athletes on that bike to try and catch them up to TIffany and Dalton. TIffany here opening up with a conservative pace, it looks like.
Christina's gritting it down. Transition away. Carl back on the bike. Christina could barely walk after that. She's going to have a hard time moving after this.
All right, so interesting here. Dalton does not change the height of the seat with TIffany. I don't think he needs to. They have a pretty good lead, but at the same time, I don't know. What do you think?
I'd like to see a little bit more leg out of that. He's going to really burn up the quads with a low seat. With the seat a little bit higher, you're able to engage the hamstring a little bit more. As you see, John's coming in, and they raise the seat up. John's a little bit taller. Natalie's a little bit taller. That's probably why they were able to do this, because Christina sorry, Christina and Carl about the same height as well. So they probably didn't have to move the seat much, if at all. I didn't even recognize that, so they probably didn't. Johnny and Natalie, equally as tall.
Equally as tall,
All right.
and John is doing really well. His pace looks pretty nice. I believe that John and Natalie can do well here, because remember, they're doing the 50-pound, not the 75-pound.
They're doing the 50-pound. So it'll be great to see what kind of toss we can get from John. John had a big squat yesterday, I believe, and then Natalie can really utilize her body as a nice lever to throw this sandbag up and over her shoulder.
Let's see if she's got the technique. Looks like they're both still on the bike. It looks like this is Dalton's second time around.
Second time on the bike.
TIffany is patiently waiting behind him. I don't know if she has to go again. I don't know if she's done, but we'll find out shortly as Dalton gets off the bike.
Digging hard, digging hard. I can hear athletes just whining in the background from their finishing round. So it's this workout is a little bit gross, friends, but it's great to see. All right.
The workout is gross. They're exhausting a lot of energy, but right after, hopefully, they go grab some yummy food from Sonora Grill or the Thai Curry Kitchen, which we are going to be getting some gift cards for those who come.
Winning
and place
athletes.
well.
Yes, those winning athletes get to have a nice dinner from Sonora Grill or Thai Curry Kitchen. The white curry is some of my favorite over there at Thai Curry. Let's see here. Dalton, TIffany onto the sandbag. Dalton has a very interesting technique. I don't know if he's ever done this before.
He looks fatigued.
Taking this thing all the way from the ground, not resetting
He
at
doesn't
the
open
waist.
his hips up that well.
Need to really open the hips to get that thing to go. See as TIffany
yeah.
opened up those hips and really threw that sandbag over the shoulder.
Let's see if Dalton get it here. Still kind of lax, but I mean, they have a pretty good lead here. I think they're okay.
John is still pushing on the bike here. Tracy taking a peek over as the judge to see how many calories they have left. John still breathing well. Taking it over to TIffany and seeing how they're going to squat here. See, we're going to have
bear hug strategy
TIffany
too.
leading the squats. She's a little bit shorter than Dalton is.
Dude, does she have one speed and one speed only?
Fast.
She just goes.
Fast.
She's doing so well, but here we go. John and Natalie, looks like they might be finishing up on the bike, and it does look like they are, so they're going to start with their throw, and John is making that 50 pounds. Looks like he just threw it to the X.
Launching. That X is 10 feet away, and he just launched it. Let's see if he can do it again here. If he can get it all the way to that midline.
Oh, he passed it. Nice. This will be good to
grief.
help them catch up. And Natalie's going to get a nice toss over here as well.
Nice.
John, maybe one or two more guys, and then they will be on their synchro squats, just like team number 4.
Dalton squatting here with that sandbag up on the shoulder. TIffany is telling him, hey, we got to keep going here. Communication, we can hear him out there.
Communication is key. Dalton here, it looks like with a little wider stance on his squat, but it still looks like his knees are tracking over his toes really well. So.
Really well. That's what we like to see here. TIffany again has the sandbag, squatting.
Just that pace, man. She's still going.
John is squatting over there, sandbag on the shoulder.
John hasn't dropped it, has he?
No, not yet.
They can pull something magical here if they can just pick it up a little bit.
Keeping transitions to a minimum will continue
Looks like
to
they're
push
make
the
a switch
pace.
here. Now let's see how Natalie can respond. All right, guys.
Dalton picking up the sandbag
pick
here.
it up. He's going with the shoulder technique this time. Oh, hand on the quads. Looks like he's a little fatigued here. I'll be interested to see how he's going to finish this workout. He still has to squat some more, lunge, and bike.
The bike is going to be
Man.
crazy after the lunge. Going to be hard. We're going to see if it looks like he's going through sand or if he's able to push through that bike a little bit, all right? Keep that wattage up. Natalie pushing that, transitioning here.
Making the switch here.
Got to make the transitions quick, friends. This is very, very important. John quickly getting the sandbag up on the shoulder.
Getting to work on the squats, but team 4 on camera 2, they are starting their lunge, and you see Dalton, he is just looking super fatigued here.
Laboring back and forth. These lunges do not have to be synchro, but they do have to make it all the way across the floor. See, as we said earlier, TIffany said, give me that 75-pound sandbag.
Let me lunge it back.
I'm lunging this thing the full distance.
All right, Dalton, get on that bike, brother, and get some big calories out of this.
Natalie slinging that sandbag over her shoulder, getting ready to squat. John and her continuing to squat here, laboring a little bit. We will see how the bike affects them. Dalton strong on the bike, Here
he's
he
trying to
is.
survive here.
Head is down,
tell he's in
already
pain.
bobbing back and forth. We're looking at, calories in the single digits right now. So we'll see how this continues on. They're on a very good pace in comparison to the other teams here. Looking at the other teams, they finished about 17 minutes. We'll see how long this takes. I don't directly have a timer right in front of me, but we'll see how this
Looks
goes.
like they're at 16 minutes. It looks like
Just
they're
about 16 minutes.
in.
Yep, we're seeing that here.
Is there a cap for this? Time cap?
Nope, no
No
time cap on this. We're just expecting everyone to get it done
That
within a
means
half
every
hour.
athlete needs to finish this workout. The clock will not save them.
Clock will not save you. John, Natalie, working through
Still working on
these
those
lunges.
synchro squats.
Oh, sorry. Synchro squats.
Let's see if they can get on those lunges on the way back before team 4 finishes the bike. Is this the first time Dalton got off? Or is it the second time?
Second time Dalton got off.
Okay, so I'm
Yep.
assuming 10 calories maybe?
Yeah, just about 10 calories, hopefully.
Oh, here we go. Team 3, they're working their way back on their lunges. Natalie with the bag, making quick work of these lunges.
There we go. Nice and smooth is key here. I know the legs are going to be burning. You got to get back to the bike, gathered a little bit, be able to move on that bike. It's very, very important. Dalton is back on the bike, but John has the sandbag on his shoulder and is lunging. Dalton breathing hard, head is down, continuing to push with those hands. Very important. It does look like John is very close to finishing these lunges here.
Yeah,
just
Team
a
3
couple
making
more
their way.
feet to go.
They've caught up.
There we go. John said, boy, my legs, I need a little bit of a rest. Natalie, I need you on that bike, please.
Natalie, come save me.
Would have maybe liked to see John jump on that bike when he turned around, but it's okay. It's okay here. Natalie's on the bike. She's got to push through it. Really use those arms here because you just use those legs a lot. Squats, 50 of them, and lunges. Got to utilize those arms to continue pushing that bike.
So Dalton got off the bike again for the third time, and now
Are
it
they
looks
doing
like he's
fives?
done. Yeah, are they doing 5s? So we could tell Dalton is done. He's laying down. He's done for the day, I'm assuming. So Tiff is going on
Okay.
here. She's cranking them out. Maybe the last 5. Oh, no.
It is. Judge's hand is up.
Judge hand is up for 5, so maybe they did like
10, 10, 10,
10s.
maybe. Maybe 10, 10, 10. He did 20,
30.
Tiff does 30.
Maybe.
It's maybe what it looks like.
Maybe. All right, Natalie makes her
Done.
way off the bike, and now John is back on. Meanwhile, Team 4 just finished their workout.
Looking at the bacon
The carnage
sizzle.
of what just happened.
The bacon sizzle, we like to call it. The leg. You're trying to find a comfortable position. Not sure if it's possible at this time, at this moment. You can see Tiffany's found her way to her side, now to her back. It's okay. It's going to be all right.
Tiffany has that look on her face of, how did Kevin sign me up for this? Dalton there doing one of my favorite, assuming all 4s after workout, and you just want to crawl on the ball and die.
Natalie on the bike here, continuing to breathe, moving smooth, pushing with those hands. Very, very important to push.
She is moving. I'm proud of her. I mean, I know what it feels like to be on the bike, especially at the end of a workout, but she is still there, pulling her arms, pushing her legs, getting this workout done. And it looks like John is just waiting on deck
John waiting on deck there.
to help chip away at those 50 calories.
Very important to maintain communication here with your fellow teammate. If they're really starting to die, if they're starting to really trudge through the sand, holler at them, get them off the bike. You push on through. Calories matter if you can quickly transition to and from the bike.
Well, looks like Natalie's still going away, and John might be ready to get back on that bike. All right, Natalie makes her way off. John back on. Is this going to be it? Is this the last 10 calories? Where do you think we're at? Natalie, I think she's gone about 2 times. I'm going to assume she did 10 calories each time. John, I believe, started, so that should put him at 40. I believe this might be the last 10. Waiting to see the judge's hand. We'll see.
That turnover is looking a lot better for John than it did the previous time. Making those hands move. Keeping that chest up tall, getting some good breath into his lungs.
Natalie's hanging out in the back with her hands on her knees. To me, that tells me She has another set to go, but I could be wrong.
Kevin's pushing him out there. We can hear him yelling. This is great.
Oh, Kevin did say finish it, so maybe this is it. Oh, 5. There's the judge's
There's
hand.
the
So
hand.
there it is. 5 calories. Go get it, John. This is it. And then you're done for the day.
John is
Get
looking
it, Johnny.
strong here, pushing through.
And
that's
done.
it. Watch him fall. Here it is. Yeah,
And
buddy.
he's done. Nice job, Team 3 from Christina, Natalie, Johnny, and Carl. Listen, in a couple hours, guys, maybe 1 hour, make your way towards Sonora or that Thai curry chicken. Thai curry kitchen.
There
chicken.
it is. There it is.
Man.
Natalie laboring on the ground. It's great to see. Johnny's already up. Great to see Johnny already up.
All right, guys, we actually just got the scores from this event. We're actually going to take a quick little break as we count these, and then we'll come back and let you guys know what the scores are, and we may have an interview from one of the athletes from teams 3 or 4. All right, guys, welcome back. Grinch Games 2020. We did get the results from the last and final event for teams 3 and 4, and it looked like Team 4 did edge them out with the time of...
1805.
1805. Team 4 with TIffany, Khegan, Dalton, and Julie. Casey, what was something that like a good takeaway? And then after that, I believe we have an interview with Khegan.
Yes, and so great takeaway was to see the utilization of both men and women between the 75-pound sandbag and the 50-pound
like that.
sandbag. And so that was great to see. Great strategy from the team. Though at an 1805, a slightly slower than the 1651 we saw in the first. But right now we have an interview with Kevin and Khegan, who was on the Team 4, the winning team in that event.
Hey everybody, I got Khegan with me. Khegan just finished up the Grinch Games 2020.
Yes, I did.
And those of you who don't know at home, he actually did a wrestling tournament yesterday because he is a high school wrestler. You're a competitor at heart. I know that about you because when I see you, you're always going hard. What do you do mentally to get through those dark places? How do you do that?
Well, for me, it's really I doubt myself a lot, and so in those dark moments, when it's either push or just be done, I have lots of doubts, and then I just think to myself, no, not yet. I want to push through, and I want to be able to break all my doubts, and so that's what keeps me rolling. I just want to push through all those bad feelings I have.
You heard it here. When you get those doubts come up, you just push them down. Right? Those self-doubts, you push them down, you push through. That's what we're all about here. Thanks, Khegan. You guys did awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah.
Have a good one, everybody.